and our Giantesses and Jason, and I saw your cameo at the end of that. And Jed, come on down here too.
Also John and Karyus.
And John, come on down. The whole darn team. Hi, Jeff. Such a pleasure. I seriously have been waiting to meet you since Jason's short doc played here last year. That was so much fun. Let's start by going down the line and introducing everyone.
I'm Jeff. I kind of did most everything on that, except for these people.
Hello, I'm Rachel Riley.
Woo!
Tasha Tacosa.
Woo! Yeah, we recognize you.
John Karyus, I played Dr. Drew.
Woo!
Jed Rowen, I played a general.
Yeah, suffering from piss
I'm Jason. I don't know. I document their
random guy in
and
the
then
subway.
I work with them, and we're like kind of this interesting troupe that makes
And by the way,
interesting films.
You two, you have a history with this festival. Jason and Jed were here at the very first Another Hole in the Head, way back in, I can't count that back that far.
I think it was 2007.
Something like that.
Yeah, we were with a film called Driller. And also Jed had a film at the same festival on the same night.
Redneck
Zombie Farm. Inbred Jed.
You were in that?
Oh yeah. And Rachel.
We have
Rachel
several
was in as
alumni.
well. I feel uncomfortable with this mic. Let's get into the real genius here, Jeff Leroy.
Are there any questions out in the audience? Normally I start by asking where the inspiration came from, but it's pretty obvious here.
Well, I don't know if anybody could even follow what, because it was like a sequel to another movie, and could you even tell what was that all about? I think that's probably your question. But it was a Kickstarter funded thing, and we made the first one, and it did quite well, and then we cranked out a second one. So I don't know. We sort of introduced the movie and try to explain it, but there you go.
It worked. And you've been doing this since before Kickstarter, since you've been making crazy movies like this, micro budget, building a lot of stuff yourself.
Yeah, I was inspired by one of this show UFO. You hear the theme song and Jerry Anderson shows and Godzilla films and. Yes, there you go. Launch interceptors. We had Space Force, which was trendy at the time. I hope that's gone now. Space Force forever. Yeah. All right. Any questions for this awesome work of art? Why?
How did you get a trophy wife involved?
Jason interviewed her.
Tasha did.
Vlad is a friend of mine that we worked together in the past, and I was like, hey, do you want to do this film? She's a model. And I was like, and you're giant, and you're crushing things, and we fight. She speaks Russian, so she was like, okay. It's very...
You had me a giant and crushing things.
Exactly.
And we're buying her costume at Hollywood Boulevard. She's like, what is this stupid thing? I don't understand this. And so I was so scared she wouldn't want to do it. And then once she dove out of the building and just started smashing everything, it's oh, you're great. This is going great. So.
I follow Vlada on Instagram, and it's really interesting because she's like a mom with two kids. So every once in a while they'll see her playing with the kids in the playground, and then the next shot will be her in bondage wear. It's really awesome.
All right. Any more questions? Just blank looks from everybody.
Up there at the top.
How did the actors all get involved? How do you know each other, and what happened there?
Did you actually audition for this?
No, I was right. Yeah, that's why we did the last callback. It was recreating that. I had a small part in Rat Scratch Fever. Who Tasha was a star in that. And when Jeff had the idea for this, I was originally involved in the Kickstarter campaign.
was in my backyard in a wife beater and little white booty shorts, and he was just throwing baby powder on me, and I was destroying. Oh, no, it wasn't even baby powder. I think it was like fire retardant. Fire retardant powder. Much worse than baby
Some
powder.
carcinogenic something.
just a little. Yeah, so that's how I got involved.
Excellent.
And I was in Rat Scratch Fever that actually screened here.
That's right.
And that was my first Jeff Leroy film, and I was like, oh my god, I'm the lead. And the first day we shot, I thought he was gonna murder me. So to Cancer Canyon. It was like, pretend you're dying. And I was like, this is where I die for real. But I didn't die, and then he was like, hey, I have this other film, do you want to be Giant? And I was like, yes. So that's what happened.
Yeah, Dr. Drew, how did you get involved?
I've known Jeff a good amount of years, probably about 10, and I first found him. I'd renting all these crazy movies from Hollywood Video back in the day when that was still open, and a lot of them were made by him. All the ones with the weird models and stuff were made by him. And I always had it in the back of my mind to work with him, and then he did set design and crew on a film I had worked on, Killjoy Goes to Hell, full moon movie. He was on the crew of that. And so a couple years later he emailed me and absolutely get involved in this.
And Jed.
And me and Jeff go way back. Remember Blockbuster Video? Creepies. Anyone know Creepies?
Oh, yeah.
Creepies 2? Charlie's Death Wish, Rat Scratch Fever. We go way back. I always call him the mad genius. Always, whenever he's making a movie, I want to be involved.
I was gonna quick. So I've known Jeff a long time, and I mean, but we never really worked together. And I was gonna do this. I wanted to interview him. I just wanted to talk to him, and he invited me up to the rooftop. And I had a broken leg, and I had to climb up a ladder and then I got up there and I'm like, Jeff, I gotta shoot all day here. There's too much shit going on here. I have to capture this. And that's what became Giant Women Micro Budget. And then we were having a drink after the shoot, and I said, I was talking to Tasha and Rachel, I have a little script we can work on. It's called Last Callback. Maybe you guys can do it. They did an audition. I figured, they were throwing themselves against buildings and stuff. They pretty much do, they were definitely committed. so that birthed that short, and then I started like helping Jeff finish the feature. So I did some cinematography, which I'm not really I'm not great at, but actually my crowning achievement is shooting the sequence when little tiny Jed is on a giant Rachel. That was the favorite thing that I actually shot. And so it's really interesting my relationship with being kind of like an acquaintance to friend to collaborator, I think is a really interesting journey, and it's really cool how filmmaking brings people together.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyone else out there? Yeah, up there.
So how long did it take you to shoot the movie and then edit it?
Well, I think it was shot in 4 days, but 4 or 5 days, and then just adding in all the buildings and stuff where the miniature set kind of, it didn't quite blend in perfectly with the backdrop, so I had to take a lot of still photos and build other models and put them in. It was kind of an After Effects nightmare. So yeah.
How long did it take you to build all those model buildings?
I bought the $6 Million Man, like a couple seasons of that, and just sat there and let it play and glued everything together. And by the time I was done with season 4, it was ready to go. And I threw in the bionic sounds too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
All right, I think we're ready for the next feature, right? And this one's got a budget.
Oh my God, that's unusual for this festival. All right, thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks everybody. Thanks for bringing me out.
Thank you. Somebody lost their car key. I assume this is to a Genesis G70. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I don't know where to